Hello everyone, it's Josh W10 and I'm here reacting to, I guess, the F123 trailer that is dropped today for Konnersport Racing Team, the 2023 team reveal. It's a very big trailer, it's 8 minutes. For a reveal trailer is very long. Granted, I think this is going to be more than just a thing. I think this is not just a gameplay trailer or whatever. I think this is going to be massive. The only thing, this is mainly for the story mode for F123, sequel to Breaking Point. Lots of things to go through, but let's just jump straight in, shall we?
Hello and welcome to the launch of the all-new Konnersport car, one of F1's most anticipated reveals for some time. We've already seen the Red Bull team with Max Verstappen and Sergio Perez dominating the podiums. And what an astonishing start Alonso is having, pulling Aston Martin into contention. It's great to see Fernando doing well. Of course, you can never write off Lewis Hamilton and the Mercedes team as they move through the gears and start picking up points. And with the new team coming to the party as well, it's going to be exhilarating stuff. I just cannot wait for how this car is going to perform. But now it is my absolute pleasure to introduce you to our all-new car on the starting grid for F123. This is Konnersport.
There's a huge amount of buzz in the paddock associated with Konnersport.
The car will look great on the grid. Let's see how it performs on track.
In Devon Butler, they have one of the most exciting drivers of the modern era.
Competition is welcome. It's great to see another team on the grid.
Now joining me is Malawian-born Red Bull Racing content creator and Twitch F1 sensation, Dirk Chocolate. Now this man is already a legend with vast experience in F1 and motorsports, both in the real and virtual worlds. His new role with Red Bull showcases racing and talent across social media. Please welcome the Twitch sensation himself, Dirk Chocolate. Dirk, welcome. It's fantastic to have you here with us today.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Now, I've been following your Twitch commentary this season. You've clearly been quite revved up about what's been going on. So tell us, how do you feel about this season so far?
Yes, it has been an absolute quality season so far. The Red Bulls have been absolutely dominant and I've been loving it.
Devon Butler is now driving for Konnersport and that is so exciting. He's a cocky and mercurial talent, but we know that he has a massive potential to go along with that massive ego. Now, what are your feelings on that?
He certainly isn't shy about coming forward with his opinions. He's quite abrasive with his style. He's quite an aggressive driver. You need a little bit of ego and that aggression in Formula One, so that's how you get to the top.
Right. Now, unfortunately, Konnersport's star driver is headed for the track and cannot be with us today, but we do have him on a call. Hello, Devon.
Yo, Naomi. Hey, Dirk.
Well, thank you so much for taking out the time today to call in. How are you feeling about the switch to this new team and this new car?
Listen, it's great to be in a team that believes in what you can do and is just smart enough to get out of the way and let me do what I do best. I won't lie, it's been hard work bringing them around to what I like to call the Devon Butler way of doing things, but we're mostly there. And yeah, ready to hit the track.
Now, how do you feel about the new Konnersport car? Do you think it's going to stack up against the competition?
Naomi, that is too soon to tell, but if the car's got any chance of topping the podium, then I am the guy who's going to get us there. You can tell the front runners to keep their eyes on their mirrors, because it won't be long before I am gunning for them.
Devon, it's good to see you back on the track, mate. I'm sure you're going to have a great season.
Sorry,
on the
just
track.
pulling into the track. I gotta run. Ciao, bye.
And now let's bring out a very special guest to talk about how the car was built, the inspiration, the design, and the aspiration. Please give a massive warm welcome to the Senior Vice President of Konnersport, Tim Fellows.
Welcome, Tim. Thank you so much for coming onto the show. We know how busy you must be at the moment.
Thanks, Naomi. Hey, Dirk, how exciting is this?
It's absolutely brilliant to be here and to have you on the show. I'd love to know how you're feeling right now, getting so close to the car reveal.
Pretty emotional, to be honest.
Well, we can completely understand that, so we won't keep you waiting any longer because it is the moment that you've all been waiting for, the moment we've been highly anticipating. It's time to reveal the new team car, Konnersport.
Tim, the car is looking absolutely brilliant. I can imagine you're only excited to finally have the covers off.
I speak for everyone at Konnersport here. Seeing all the hard work and dedication, the passion of the team, the quality of the engineering, the desire of the pit crews, just the commitment of everyone, it's truly inspiring. I feel very proud.
You should be very proud. Now, I'd love to know, what are your ambitions for this first season? What does a first successful season look like for your team?
Well, I guess it's the same for us as everyone. The key will be performance. Then it's a bit of consistency, try and pick up a few points along the way. We'll develop the car and the team, and we'll just keep pushing ourselves until we get to a point that we're all collectively happy out of where we want to be.
I can only imagine the team confidence back at the factory is sky high. How is it over there?
I think we all just want to go racing. I mean, we've got a car that I feel can compete, and we've got a chance of being right up there.
Now tell me, I want to understand a little bit about the process of what it takes to get to where we are today.
For sure, we started with our existing structure and we went from there. You need a solid base to build from. That's the engineering, the software simulations, pit stop crew, etc. And then you add all the bits that give you a bit extra, those little bits of magic.
Well, talking about those little bit of extra magic, let's talk about your drivers. How do they fit into the Konnersport dream, and what's Devon been like to manage?
Well, Devon is Devon. He's not everyone's cup of tea. He's highly opinionated, he's pretty ego-driven, but he has given us something unique. His driver insight, and he is so well respected in the F1 world, has helped us build this exceptional car. And with Devon, I think we've got a potential future world champion.
Wow, fantastic.
Well, Tim, it has been an absolute pleasure having you here, and I can only wish you luck for the rest of the season.
Thank you both so much for having me.
Thank you so much for coming. Okay, well, now that we've heard the team's perspective, let's talk to an expert F1 commentator, co-founder of P1, and all-round superfan. Please welcome Matt Gallagher. Hi, Matt. Thank you so much for joining us. Now, before we get into anything, I must get your reaction on this brand new car.
It's great, isn't it? Especially under the lights. It's a thing of beauty.
How do you think it's going to perform on the track this season?
Well, as always, with a new car on the grid, it's exciting, but we know that they've signed a star driver, Devon Butler, and so it gives a very strong whiff at the ambition that this team want to achieve something this year.
What do you reckon his prospects are this season?
He is world champion material. With all the hype about him joining Konnersport and leading the team, it might well be the making of him. Whatever happens, I am sure that the other teams are going to sit up and take notice.
Wow, sit up and take notice, you say. Now, what do you think? Are you expecting some podiums in there?
New teams and cars, they need a bit of time to gel. But from where I'm sitting, or standing, I guess, and looking at the teams further down the table, this team very much has a chance of being a contender, but we'll have to wait and see. It would be nice to see another team giving more established teams a real run for their money this year.
It certainly will, and we can't wait to see it. Matt, thank you so much for sharing your thoughts with us today. Okay, well, we are almost at the final lap of the show. And do you know what, Dirk? I cannot wait to see how this super cool new F1 car delivers on track.
They have everything in place and all the right ingredients to fight for the points and podiums.
Now, the checkered flag is flying on this show, but there is still plenty more F1 news coming up. So keep your visors up and your eyes peeled for more high-octane news. Thank you for watching, and we will see you very soon.
Okay. That was interesting. That was very much a very glorified reveal trailer for this game. And you can see the EA influence on it already. It's a very big reveal. Obviously, this is all for the big story mode of this game. So, in terms of everything that we're seeing here, in terms of obviously getting Naomi Schiff, who's obviously, if you don't know, pretty big in the F1 space right now. One of the Sky Sports presenters, obviously loads of content creators there and stuff like that. Obviously Devon making a guest appearance, I guess. And they treat this like an actual F1 car launch, which is an interesting outlook. It doesn't really tell us a fat lot, though. Obviously, I think they said the official reveal for this game is the 1st of May, which It's fair enough. Obviously, there's a closed beta as well. I mean, I just can't understand why they would keep it for a little bit longer. I mean, in terms of mainly the release date. The release date for me is one of the bigger things. And obviously, with a reveal trailer like this as well, especially with the current landscape of the F1 games in general, we are very much in a case of treading on hot water because obviously EA's taken over and things have gotten ever so slightly um, different. Obviously, F1 Life was a big feature last year, and obviously it's not been as well received as people as probably EA would have expected. But in typical EA fashion, they seem to have doubled down on it. And are calling it F1 World according to the leaks, with more supercars and more all of that, which is, yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to feel about that. Obviously, on May 1st, we'll really know um, more about that, I guess. Um, you know, I don't know. And obviously, the game in general being not exactly the most fun game to drive compared to some of the older games like 2020 and 2021 especially, and then going into 2022 where the cars are so difficult to drive. Almost in an unnecessary amount. It obviously I know it's meant to be a simcade experience, but it really doesn't appeal to sim racers, and it doesn't really appeal to arcade drive racers either. And of course, on top of all this, there's obviously all the cheating allegations that are going around in F1 esports at the moment, um, which is not good. And I think EA and Codemasters really need to get on top of that. And I don't think that, and with this strategy, it's not necessarily something that needs to realistically keep going, I guess. And I think, yeah, obviously there's the closed beta. I don't know how much they can change from the announcement, like from now until the release, which is like apparently in June, which is very, very soon, and yeah, I don't know. It's going to be an interesting couple of interesting week. Obviously, they're going to reveal the actual official reveal on May Day, I believe. I believe that's May Day. I can't remember, but May 1st. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting weekend, and obviously this trailer it was fine. There was nothing wrong with it. Um, you know, it's getting people excited, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. And I'm more looking forward to the actual official reveal of this game on the 1st of May. And hopefully, as well, we'll get some F1 Manager 23 news as well, which will be awesome. But yeah, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you May 1st, I guess. Thank you very much, and goodbye.